Hello Reformers and welcome back to a special feature of Sayazn. But this time we're going to be doing something a little bit differently because obviously in the previous two episodes we took a look at the new player experience when you create a new character from scratch. This time around, however, we're going to try and play the more advanced option, which is of course to play as Queen Shastavi. Yes, Queen Shastavi. Now, I have started this previously just to make sure everything's working as intended, and I did a tournament, and the tournament worked no problem at all, had no bugs whatsoever, whereas in my previous two episodes of this mod, we saw that the tournament kind of bugged out a bit, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but then I did a small event, which was basically to search out for people conspiring against the Queen herself, aka us, or me in that case, and after that, after I had successfully found out who the collaborators were, and executed them, they kind of trapped me in the menu, so I was unable to leave the town menu, which is very strange. So there's some very weird bugs in this mod, which you wouldn't think would actually be present here, because the mod is so polished and really good. But anyway, as you can see, you are Princess Shastavi Medrabati, the heir to the throne of Mahazar. Your father, Kalzan, rules over a mountain kingdom under the mighty Sayazn Shah. All his life he has served the Shah with undying loyalty, feeling content with his desolate domain while more ambitious lords squabble over the lucrative lowlands. Alright, so we have two options here. I would assume this is... well, okay, so obviously I've already done this, but I would assume what this does is it chooses your stats and it also gives you a little bit of money as well. So previously I selected his frugality and restraint are examples to all princes, and that gives me an additional amount of legitimacy, as you can see there, as well as 30,000 Kora, which is of course the currency in this mod. Your father provides you with the best education the state can provide. In the winter months, when the snow locks you behind sullen court doors, your nurse, a native from Gathan, teaches you the codes of statecraft in preparation for possible inheritance of the throne. Your two sisters, 3 years your junior, are taught the ancient traditions of poetry and mathematics. You notice this discrepancy, interrupting your nurse during a lesson. You tell her... well, I don't actually know. I think we can probably just... I'm thankful not to be wasting time on my sister's frivolities, I guess. As you reach maturity, your father's health deteriorates, each harsh winter taking more from him until you hardly recognize his face. The powerful men of the realm hover ever closer around you, waiting for the man to die and for you to inherit his throne. By the time you reach 23, Kalzan is bedridden, leaving you to tend to the many needs of the domain. Yeah, we're not going to delegate to anyone, thank you very much. The news reaches you while out on a hunt. Your father is dead. The doctors did all they could to save him, but nature took its course. After your period of mourning ends, the Shah sends a delegation to the palace. A cordial yet firm message is given. The new sovereign of Mahazar is to pledge undying allegiance and tribute to the throne of Kalahar. Alright, so this, I believe, changes who you are allied with. So if we were to accept the protection, we wouldn't have as many people at war against us. Because let me tell you, if you throw this guy off the walls, you're going to have a huge amount of people after you. And that actually might be quite entertaining for this special feature. So I think we're going to throw the emissary off the palace walls. We're also going to be getting 40,000 Kora for that. And then on top of that, we gain an extra 10,000 and 30,000. So we start with about 110,000 total, and as you can see, look at all of those various places there. Not very happy with us, as you can see. Otherwise, we are given some plate boots, Shastavi's armor, and so on and so forth. So, yes, otherwise we can just basically enter whatever we like. But for this, I'm just going to enter that. And, oh yeah, it doesn't actually matter what you type, because previously it just changed my name. So, yeah, that's absolutely fine. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be increasing my charisma and intelligence here, because what I'd like to do is get as much leadership as I can, because as you can see, it reduces troop wages by 10%. So basically, I'm reducing them by, I think, 50% right now, which is just crazy good. So, yeah, apart from that, obviously increasing the amount that we can command is pretty nice as well. Otherwise, I'm just going to go for 2 points in prisoner management, and then a little bit in engineering just in case. And then otherwise, I guess we're just going to go for a little bit more in pathfinding and power strike and iron flesh, respectively. Obviously, having this low amount of HP is going to be a bit difficult to deal with, but I think we should be fine on the whole. So I'm just going to be going for two-handed, one-handed, because we start with a saber that is two-handed / one-handed. And also, if you wanted to customize your character, that's not really going to happen. The only thing that you can actually randomize is your hairstyle. And that's it. Doesn't really matter about the hair color either, because the hair color doesn't change, as you can see. So you can basically just do whatever hairstyle you like. We're just going to go for that one. And for glory, yes. Alright, so yeah, sure, we'll change the domestic policy. I'm just going to go for something absolutely random here. I don't really mind about all of these options too much. I just want to reduce our tax and efficiency as much as we can. So there we go. So here we are. We are the queen and undisputed ruler. Well, it's actually quite disputed, but fact is, we are the ruler of our own little corner of this land. As you can see, the land is very large, and we now have to deal with it. Obviously, I can turn this around a little bit. I think that this is... Wait a minute, is this north or... I don't even know. It's kind of difficult. Ah, there we go. I think that's it. There we are. Alright, so what we want to do is we immediately want to go down to this fort, because when I was previously playing, that came under siege pretty fast. So I'm going to try and go over there and see if we can do something about that. Unfortunately, I now... I only have 24 hours of food left. Oh my. Okay, it seems like I'm going to have to run back here reasonably quickly. Significant groups of enemies as well. Alright, so yeah, also do bear in mind that we have to pay 10,000 for our wages. Unfortunately, it's not really the fault of our army. It's more to do with the fact that we have a pretty decent garrison here as well. But anyway, let's try and just get a bunch of grain, cheese, bread, etc., etc. And then we're going to try and go down to here, because it is going to be besieged very, very soon. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's do it. We do have a bunch of vassals as well, but they seem to be absolutely useless. Now, this gives us a good opportunity, of course, to take a look at some of the unique banners as well. I think these are actually really nice designs, and they have a wide variety of different colors and all kinds of different symbols, logos, etc. And that's pretty cool. And I know what I'm going to go for, because I personally feel like this is just amazing. We're going to go for, let me see now, surprised pikeman. There we go. We're going to go for that guy. He looks like a very surprised pikeman right there, so let's do that. And hopefully I'm going to get to Gumara Fort in time. Oh, I do have a bunch of vassals actually coming with me, so that's quite nice. Now bear in mind that my, well, shall we say, my morale is absolutely awful, so me getting into this battle would be fantastic and help me out quite a bit. What are you doing, you idiot? Why didn't you get in there? Is he not going to get in there? No, it seems... Oh, wow, they have some pretty good armies, actually. Wow, it's really easy to take things, obviously, as well. So let's just... Shall we... Could you just come over here real quick? Ah, what are they doing? They're being kind of annoying at the moment. Our vassals, aren't they? Just look at them. They're just running away and coming back and running back and forth, and they're just being annoying, but yes, okay. Seems like these guys have been driven off, which I suppose is good. Let's wait here for some time, see what happens. They're probably going to try and siege Mohan Fort now. And that's what I was trying to avoid. I really did not want to lose 21 people. I actually wanted to keep those around, but unfortunately, because of us taking so long to get into a battle, that you know, that's making a bit of a difference there. Okay, so I'm gonna try and catch up to this guy. I think, oh, we have the same speed. Oh, that's awful. Okay, can I get him? Can I get him? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so someone has actually joined. I think there's actually quite a few people that have joined us. Okay, so the enemy has double the amount that we have. They have 176 ranged, we have 117, so that is our advantage. We have a huge amount of ranged troops. So let's see what we're able to do here. This would be very embarrassing if I lose, so let's try not to have that happen, but at least we all get to see the wonderful, wonderful musketeers in action here. So I'm going to try and get them all into, you know, reasonable positions, and our pikemen, of course, as well. We have 74 musketmen. I don't know whether this is actually going to work out. I feel like having 74 musketmen is maybe more... Is it more of a weakness? Is it more of a weakness than a strength? I don't know. It really depends, but as you can see, all of the guys at the front are kneeling down. They are actually kneeling down to give the guys at the back a little bit of extra space, and a little bit of extra line of sight to the enemy. And I'm not telling them to do that. I'm not telling them to do that, so that's pretty cool that it is actually built in. So I guess we're just going to wait here and see what happens. I mean, there's not really much I can do apart from that, because I don't really want to charge over there. Gonna tell them to stand a little bit closer as well. It seems like a pretty decent place anyway. I mean, I can't really see any higher hills that we could utilize. I mean, there's one over there, but that's very, very small. The enemy is making its way very, very slowly towards us. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Okay, we're starting to fire away at them. I'm very worried about this. I have no shields. Our pikemen have no shields, our cavalry have no shields, so if we get hit by one of these muskets, it's going to be game over. Oh yes, we're going to die very, very quickly. Oh, okay, let's be a little bit careful here. Oh, we do have some bows. We do actually have some bows. Oh yeah, we're starting to take them out. Very nice. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like seeing all of the musketeer smoke going off and, yeah, doing a little bit here and there, and my horse is being shot at. I'm not really appreciative of that, thank you very much. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell my pikemen to charge in here, because obviously they're dealing with cavalry, so they theoretically should be absolutely fine against them. And obviously, I don't really have the best in terms of weapon proficiency. As you can see, I have 23, so that's really not going to help us too much. But I might be able to lead a bit of a flanking charge towards the enemy's musketeers. And I'm going to tell my cavalry to charge in before I die here, because I'm probably going to die. Am I going to die? Maybe not. Aha! The cavalry is helping. Yes. Die, please. If at all possible. Yeah, so remember when I said in the previous 2 episodes that pikemen are better in this mod? Well, yeah, they are actually quite a lot better. So that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Alright, so I had to retreat from the previous battle, but this is going to be a little bit easier, because I've been able to corner this guy by himself, and now we have 115 versus 75, so we're on a pretty even keel here. However, speaking of even, this battle is battlefield, should I say, is very, very even, as you can see. Literally, the land is flat. Yes, extremely flat. Ooh, look at that! I have a pretty cool weapon. Look at that, it actually has... Ooh, it fires repeatedly. That is very, very cool. It has 12 shots before I reload. Is that true? Yep, I think it has 12 shots before I reload. That is pretty amazing. Unfortunately, I don't really have proficiency in this. I'm actually unsure what the proficiency actually stands for, if I can actually speak. Because the proficiencies that we have available are muskets, thrown weapons, and, well, I can just show you, actually. Muskets, thrown weapons, archery, polearms, and that's it. And then, obviously, just, you know, one-handed, two-handed, etc. But, I mean, that covers the use of mustard? Yep, it covers the use of mustard. Just be sure the ketchup warriors don't get us, because the mustard is... great. Yeah, that is special. That's very, very special indeed. Alright, well, Am I seeing this right? Do these guys have a cannon? No, that's just a wagon. Alright, well, that was great. Okay, so yeah, anyway. Fact is, the only proficiency we have access to is muskets, and not mustard. But yes, that is a bit worrying, because obviously if we have a low proficiency in pistols, I mean, I don't know whether they count for all of it. Maybe they count that for all of it? Wow, the reload speed is absolutely fantastic as well. That is pretty cool. Can I jump over these? Yes, I can. Oh, yeah. You know what I need to do? I need to get a polearm. I need to get a pike of some sort and try and use it, because being able to use it to better effect, that is going to be invaluable. Oh, ouch. That is going to be invaluable. I'm probably going to die very, very soon, but I have faith that our forces will be able to win the day, as it were. I mean, obviously, as you can see here, I literally have nothing. I have no way of dealing damage. I mean, yeah, I can deal a little bit of damage, but these guys are much, much more professional than I am, and they have much higher proficiencies, much more power strike and everything, so they are a lot, shall we say, more difficult to kill than I am. And obviously, I am very low in HP. Kill him. Yes. Yes, get that proficiency. Get that proficiency. Yeah, there we go. Yes, we actually got a kill. Amazing. Are we level 1, by the way? Yes, we are. Oh, fantastic. I actually wondered whether we were, like, level 10 or something like that, so it would take a little bit longer for Queen Shastavi to level up. So, there we go. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Even though, literally, did we lose 20... We lost 26 units due to routing? Wow, I'm very surprised about that. That is actually kind of sad, because, I mean, I was in the process of getting a good amount of morale. I always get both of those mixed up. As long as I can remember, always gotten those mixed up. Anyway, let's kill this guy. Take that, thank you. But yes, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get into battles so that we could actually get some morale, and that would hopefully help our forces from, you know, help and prevent them from routing. But it seems like I may be a bit too late. But as long as I can take a couple of forces from various garrisons around our territories, we should be fine. Shall I try shooting these fellows? Did it work? Well, not really. Yeah, you'd expect one of these bullets to hit them, right? But apparently not. Yeah, I'm just gonna fire away into the sky. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Wait a minute, is my gun actually even working? Yes, it is. Okay, terribly sorry, mountain sharpshooter. I had to test it out. I had to test it out real quick, and I don't have a companion to test it out on, obviously. But yes, we have won the day, and hopefully that will give us a pretty good amount of renown and morale. To be able to hopefully continue onward, and maybe we'll be able to lay siege to something ourselves. I think that would actually be quite nice anyway, because in previous episodes, obviously, we haven't really explored the siege mechanics that much, and I was actually quite interested to see what they may be, because most of the garrisons are very, very small, and I kind of wondered, why are they so small? So it would be kind of cool to check that out. Alright, the battle is over. 6 morale. Okay, are you serious? Only 6 morale? Okay, well, 13 renown is okay. He did manage to escape, which I suppose is pretty awful, but oh well, never mind. And there is a lance. And a helmet. A helmet that I can't yet wear, because I need 7 strength. Yeah. Oh, we're level 2. Oh, fantastic. 7 strength. There we go. Oh, yes. Give me that. That's what we like. Okay, so now I can wear this helmet. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Mohan Fort, and we're going to just rest there for a little bit. Wow, morale is still low, huh? Still terrible. Huh, I wonder what I can do about that. Is there actually something I can do? Ah, here we go. My first victory. The men were visibly shocked that such a thing had manifest so early in my reign. After the bodies were looted and the wounded gathered, the exhausted host of Khaldim began to scatter across the valley and drink to their success. I myself had never before seen so many corpses. The stench and the sight etched themselves indelibly into my mind for the days that followed. My nurse has known my face since birth, and although she spotted my distress in an instant, she could not with good faith assure me that I would not experience this again. War is a necessary evil. Yes. And, oh no, I really did not want to run into these guys. Thankfully, they're running very, very slowly, and it's easy to avoid them. Okay, so let's go over here. And it seems like we have avoided, for the most part, them attacking us so far. I can only give troops to the garrison. Oh yeah, also, people die from famine in this as well, so you do have to be a little bit careful with that. A noble's son. Yeah, I'm just going to wait here for some time, see what happens. Oh, there's a bunch of vassals coming out of here. What's going on with that? Why are they being so lazy? Why can't they go out and take something? That would be nice. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is... Am I back to full strength? Almost. Let's get some... Ah, my morale is very low now. Okay, that's good. Yeah, instead of terrible, it's very, very low. Yes, okay. Mountain sharpshooter. Should we go for more of those? I don't actually know what's better. I think these guys might be a little bit better because they have... What is that thing on the end of the musket again? Bayonets, that's it. They have bayonets, so that's probably going to be pretty good. Yeah, and only one person is leaving now, so that should be a little bit easier for us to deal with. So I would like to go over to this fort if at all possible. And I'd like to try that out. There is a captain of the north here, but I don't think I really need to worry about him too much, hopefully. I do have a good amount of engineering as well, by the way, so I should be able to construct or do whatever I need to do. Destroy the gates. Takes 6 hours to build a wooden cannon. Okay. I'm interested to see what this is. A wooden cannon, no less. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go in and see what's going on here. Alright, so where's the wooden cannon? Okay, I don't see the wooden cannon at the moment. Maybe it's actually a little bit further ahead here. I have a bad feeling that we're going to get shot and killed instantly, but that is the risk we must take. Because we have to get over there and, well, we have to take this. I mean, we technically outnumber them so much that in theory, we should be able to take it no problem, but obviously the defenders do have a distinct advantage. Oh, I see. Okay, so it seems like the wooden cannon was not even, shall we say, spawned in, because we've technically just destroyed the gates with a, you know, imaginary cannon, basically. So, yeah, okay, that's absolutely fine. I have no problem with that, because that means that we can just rush in here. And the cool thing... I was gonna say, the cool thing is they spawn the attackers pretty far away from the gates, so that is the reason for the small balancing there, because I thought to myself, oh, destroying the gates? That's gonna give a distinct advantage to the attackers, but in this case, because we're so far away, obviously that's not really the case. However, we are now being absolutely murdered by everyone, because they are apparently a lot better in combat, and I got shot in a rather hilarious fashion anyway, because I was just thinking, oh, I'm gonna survive, isn't that gonna be amazing? And then eventually, and then it was just like, oh nah, you're not gonna survive that, no. Just gonna get shot by one of these guys. Look at this guy, he's just like, I'm relaxing. He's just standing there doing nothing. Well, yes, it seems like numbers have prevailed for the most part, and that seems to be the siege mechanics. I actually like this quite a lot because it prevents the whole annoying waiting, you know? So, for example, when you build ladders, even though you are able to construct them very, very quickly, being in the actual battle itself and having all of your troops go up the ladders, then you have to wait. You know, you have to wait for your troops to get up there unless you order them specifically otherwise. And then obviously you have the siege tower, which is the only other option. And that is just frustrating because you just wait outside the walls, and while you're waiting you continually get shot by whoever, and, you know, that sort of thing. But this kind of eliminates all of that, and on top of that, there's actually unique town scenes here. As you can see, it looks very, very unique in the way that it is designed, and I actually like that quite a bit because the defenders can be anywhere. They could be up there, they could be over here, and there was actually a couple of defenders over here, so that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And I'm just looking forward to the time when we're actually able to win this. Come on now. Yes, can you get around there without falling in the water? It seems like, oh my. Yeah, so this is one of the risks to constructing an entirely new scene of a town. And the risk is obviously the fact that you might have a problem with units spawning in places that you wouldn't want them really, and it may take a little bit longer for your units to actually eliminate them, but personally I feel like this is a much better solution in general than the siege towers and siege ladders and all that sort of thing. But there you go, that was pretty nice. I like that. Alright, so I can now take a couple of things here. Just gonna be taking these things to sell, even though I don't really need the money. But I guess due to our wages being so incredibly high, and of course the fact that all of our vassals don't have any fiefs whatsoever. I mean, they do. One castle, but they're angry. Very angry indeed. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to start at the top. Wow, they really do not like us one bit, do they? Wow, that is not nice. That is not good at all. Oh, here we go. We even get additional options after the siege itself. Burn the city and kill as many of the inhabitants as you can. Okay, plunder it and keep all the spoils for yourself. Oh, share the vassals. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we're going to do that so that we can maybe gain some relations. No, apparently we're not gaining any relations from that. We can recruit some mercenaries from here as well. So that's nice. There you go. Oh, look at that. You can actually recruit a desert musket regiment for, wow, 60 men? That is crazy. I'm gonna get 30 men there. There you go. Look at that. We just got some mercenaries. Instantly. That is really, really cool. I like that. I like this system because it basically prevents and just ignores the entirety of the times when you're going to be like, oh, I need to go and recruit some volunteers and level them up and so on and so forth. So I think that's really, really cool. And the fact that I can get 120 musket men for 9,000 Cora, that is an absolute bargain. And I mean, you can see I have 441 maximum company size. So if I wanted to, I can max out instantly and then just go on an absolute murder spree. So that would be pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, that will be it for this episode. Let me know if you want to see more. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.